What have you been jamming since the last episode?
Oh man. So what I jammed, I think Friday, I listened to Ausar. He was
He
featured
was
on
on
D2X
D2X's and
Joint.
he was on Ro Moore's album.
He's on Road Moore's album. Yeah, he's
And
from
I think he produces for him, so he's from Chicago.
yeah, he's from Chicago. I want to check his project out because I think he popped up on my timeline, and I was like, let me check this project out. It came out last year. It's called I Know Now. Um, I wouldn't. It's not a bad project. He's a decent rapper. He comes from that also kind of similar to Saba, sound like Saba and stuff like that. That production. Some of
So
the,
he's in that same realm.
he's
with
in
like
that same rap with the Chris
and all that?
Patrick and all that. He actually Chris Patrick is on this project, if I'm not mistaken.
They might be in the same circle.
Yeah, yeah.
D2X and
yeah,
Chris Patrick.
he got
That's a new.
Deontay.
Hey, B. Underground Big Three. Well, not big, but Underground Three. They getting there.
No.
Well, they a little.
They have
they
their own little
trio.
sub thing. I guess that's sub underground. You know what I mean? But nah, not.
No, yeah,
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that trio.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call them. I can't call them Big Three.
Yeah, but this is it was okay. It was a good listen. It wasn't bad. You know, he did the whole having his family call the voicemails, typical thing like that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of getting tired of that, like the voicemails.
You feel like it's gimmicky?
Yeah, it's a gimmick. Like to me, I think it's like kind of played out now. The whole voicemails, and he even had a skit when somebody's like, when they voicemail and like, don't put this in a song either, and he did. But a standout track that I really that showed some kind of cool like creativity to me that he did was "Don't Date Rappers," that an autobiography, and he was just saying, "Don't date a rapper because they good with their words," blah blah blah. Like how he was flipping it and doing it, and then he flipped it in the next verse, being like, "Oh, I'm that rapper," and so breaking down himself. I was like, "Yo, that was to me that was a standout track to me as well, showing off his creativity and good writing right there." But that was that one track that actually like, dang, this was an ideal I never thought about before. This is pretty creative. But overall, I think it was okay. Listen, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. If you want to check it out, you could be.
He was on my list.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just didn't get to him because we just had so much to listen to this
Yeah,
weekend.
but it's called I Know Now. If you guys haven't heard, it came out last year. I don't know what time of year, but it was last year, and it's okay. Cool project. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to write home about, to be honest with you, but it's not bad, bro. I'll just say, hey, I'll check out your next just to see your progression and see how good you got, because it's like you taking a year off. So maybe you working on something big. So I'm going to check it out. What about you, B? What you got?
I guess the first project I listened to last week, outside of, the reviews that we was doing, The Come Up. J. Cole finally released his infamous first mixtape, because I don't know what was before that, or everything before that exactly. But he did recently release both his mixtapes, The Come Up and The Warm Up. Sadly, Kendrick stomped on that whole release right there, because The Warm Up came up the same day as G and X. But listen to both those mixtapes, The Come Up and The Warm Up. This is the J. Cole I missed, me. This is what made me fall in love with J. Cole's music, me. Like, I missed this. This brought me back to that little room back in DeSoto when I was in my mom's place playing like Arkham Knight or not Arkham Knight, but like Arkham City or Arkham Asylum. Playing like the PS3 back in the GTA 4 days. This is what this music brought me back to, me. It's hard for me to even talk about, well, not even talk about it negatively, but it's hard for me to judge this because I just had such a nostalgic tie to it. I'm just like, I can't judge this. But it brought me back to that room, B. I listened to the music, I'm like, J. Cole, what happened to you, dog? Like, what? To me, my favorite J. Cole era is from
College
The Come
Debt?
Up.
College Debt, J. Cole?
Yeah, The Come Up to Bourne Center. Because I'm just like, man, J. Cole, man. I don't know what happened. He started growing them dreads, man, and he just...
Hey, go rewind the tape to like the beginning of the pod. He wasn't saying this.
What?
J. Cole in his bag.
He
He's
was.
ready. He's
No.
ready.
From off season to mightily later, we're not gonna lie, B. Lyrically and pen wise, like in terms of like writing,
But that
he
hunger,
has gotten better.
but he don't feel like
that
the hunger.
He don't
yeah.
have that hunger in his voice, B. He don't have that hunger in his spirit no more, man.
Like Grown Simple.
Yeah.
Can I Live?
B.
Like, hey.
Dollar in a
Dirt
Dream.
Part 2.
Dead
Oh,
Presidents,
you talking about
1
Come On?
and
Yeah.
2.
Oh, yeah. 1. Oh, 2 he killed 2.
B. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I just have too much of a nostalgic bias towards this. Why I'm like, I can't talk about or judge this.
But we're going to talk about Friday Night Lights, though.
Oh.
Back to the topic. Honestly forgot it.
Come on.
Hose money up.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah.
We might have to do a review of that.
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
bro, that's
But
not
yeah, J. Cole's To Come Up in the Warm Up recently released on streaming last week from the time of us recording this right here. And man, it was such a good listen. They are longer than, the usual 40 to 50 minute mixtape, especially for back then. But it was a J. Cole. I'm just like, man, like, You got it, J. Cole. You got me right here. But yeah, what are your next projects, B?
Man, I no, but looking at this cover just remind me when I saw it on YouTube and he posted it up there, and I just remember like, yo, this cover hard, because I found him a little bit after the come up came out, and then I know I wasn't following him like that. So and I was like, oh,
See, I didn't know about
him.
him until the warm up, which
Yeah.
made me go back to the come up.
Yeah.
But I learned about that from you.
Yeah.
Because this boy used to have the Mac. I don't know what Mac you had.
Yeah.
You used to have all that music. And you used to have a dope little UI on Apple Music.
You know how I used to
and
do
this
it.
is before streaming.
You talking about the cover? The
Yeah,
cover
you saw
photo?
the cover.
Yeah, it's cover. Yeah.
I'm looking at the covers. I tell people all the time, I judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
You got an interesting cover? I'm like, okay, I kind of want to look at that. I saw him with the basketball in space. I'm like, oh,
All right.
what's happening right here? I need to check this out. But yeah, go ahead, B.
My next project will be. Dang, what was the other project at? Dang. Well, my next project is an R&B album. You know what I mean? I think her name Ramon. Ramon. RIMON.
Or Riemann.
Ramon.
Ryman.
Anyways, this was a really good listen, man.
What genre?
R&B, man. She's singing, man, and like I think she's from. I don't know if she's from London or. I know I hear her accent. I know she E-Trend. You know they be having them.
Oh, she don't get the American voice when she sings?
No, you don't really hear it like that. You can hear it a little bit sometimes. You be like, dang, but then you hear her little accent as well. But nah, bro, I really enjoyed this listen. I'm gonna go back to this. It was really like smooth, but also artsy in a way because I like some of the vocals and some of the samples she chose in here. And man, the standout track, I want to say "City's Burning" to me, bro. Oh my God, I love that.
How long is the project?
Oh, it's 42 minutes. 42 minutes, 12 tracks, and it flows real good, bro. Like, oh man, sometimes it feels cinematic to me, and I just love that type of production on R&B projects when you have them vocals, man. You know, not saying she's like the best singer, but it sounds really good to me.
But in today's day and age, that's actually good.
But yeah, but the name of the album is actually "Children of the Night," you know, and I don't know I probably gotta listen to more to understand the context. Like I think she has like some type of theme to this as well. But overall, man, I think it's a really good listen. I recommend it to you, man. I know you be in your R&B bag, man, and you say them the people overseas can do a little better R&B than us. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think they all can do it. But hey, when they get to doing it, hey, they get to doing it.
Hey.
The only ones I got right now is LMA and Flo. Those are the only ones I got. But if I gotta add them to the repertoire as well, I will. Yeah, Americans, y'all better step your game up. All y'all got is Summer Walker right now. I'm just saying.
All right, B. But yeah, that's my second project. I thought I had another one, B.
And they letting Tyler kill him too, and Tim's. Y'all better step your game up.
Tyler, she be on her what's called bag. They be in there. What's that stuff called?
International?
Nah, the music they make.
Dance?
Nah, dance hall. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, they can have that.
Shoot, but they be putting it on on R&B and hip hop stations. So.
Oh yeah, dance hall is R&B, hip hop. It's all inspired by that.
No, I know, but hey, singing wise, step your game up.
She look, you know what I mean? Both of them though, Tim's too.
Let me save the show real quick. My next project, Denzel Curry's "King of the Mischievous South," the actual album. So you
didn't talk about that last week.
No. We reviewed Volume 2, like as a show for a review, and he added 5 more tracks to that to make it a deluxe, and obviously he rearranged it to make it feel more like an album. So I listened to the album version because I was like, okay, let me go ahead and double back, spin back. Let me see what changes he really made to this album. Do the additional tracks do anything for me to really change my mind? Because I honestly thought that while Denzel is a good rapper, I thought that the album was mid. I mean, it's good for what it does.
But yeah.
But in terms of like an album, like Denzel has given me better albums.
Yeah.
And so, since he's terming this as the album itself, King of Mischievous South, I wanted to listen to it. My feelings didn't change. In fact, I probably liked less songs on it. Some of the bonus songs, they cool. They fit the vibe for what it is. But nothing really like drawing me back to it. The songs that I really do like is like the songs with Maxo Cream, the songs with the Mexican OT,
yeah.
The songs I kind of liked already, like the song with Kenny Mason and Project Pat. The songs I already liked on here that I really liked on the last project, I liked on this version as well. Right. It's just some of the bonus tracks didn't really do it for me. And his sequencing, while it is cool, it still didn't make it feel like a full-on album for me. And so I'm just like, this just feels like a homage, which I mean it is, to 3 6 Mafia mixtapes and albums back then, but for me, this don't really draw me back in compared to an album like a Melt My Eyes, Melt Me See Your Eyes, whatever it's called. It has a long title. Or Taboo. So, to me, this is in that realm of Zoo. So if you like ignorant, like Denzel, turn up Denzel, you'll like this. But for me, I'm just like, I kind of like want more. You know what I'm saying? Especially like you've already given this to me. You're doing it again. And while some stuff is cool, I'm not going to like the whole thing because I need a nice balance when it comes to these albums.
Right.
So, yeah, listen to King of the Mischievous South. Sorry, Denzel, this one didn't win me over either, but I wanted to give it a spin. I wanted to give it a try because you can't knock it till you try it, B. Certain things you can, but I didn't want to knock Denzel because Denzel is my guy.
Yeah.
Now, Dom and Kiko, they do not like
They don't
Denzel,
like Denzel,
fans.
bro?
And so I'm like, okay, I gotta listen. Look, this is a guilty listen right here. I gotta look. You know how I usually put on Twitter now playing.
Yeah.
I was afraid to put that one up there.
He was like, yeah, I ain't gonna do it.
I was like, that's why I put that tweet. I said Denzel
yeah,
Curry
you put it
fans
right
worth
there. Yeah,
Twitter. He's right here. But yeah, Denzel Curry, King of the Mischievous South, mid. But hey, I can understand if you like it. Just wasn't for me.
That's all I got, B.
All right.
Look, because you said Kenny Mason, I forgot to jam this album. I had to put it in my library. I was like, that's what I was supposed to listen to this weekend. I freaking forgot, bro.
I guess that's my next project that I actually have lined up right after Denzel.
I didn't even freaking listen to it, man.
Listen to Angel Eyes by Kenny Mason.
It's Kenny Mason.
It's the same thing that we already got earlier.
Yeah,
this year. And I don't want to say that like it's a bad thing,
well.
but it kind of is because it's like I already got this album.
Yeah.
Obviously, in this one, he has like a bit more of a story with skits in the beginning of the songs or the end of the songs to kind of like tie it together. It's a very weak narrative. I like the rock stuff as usual. It's just the rapping stuff. I'm like, okay, or okay, this jams. But for me, when it comes to Kenny Mason, I like his rap rock stuff a lot more.
Yeah.
Like the song Teen Gohan on there, which is the outro track. He has one bar on here, even though it's on the rap song, where he's like, my fool like, what he say, my homie like anime, he in jail, he at Comic-Con. I'm just like, oh, Kenny, it's the rapping sometimes. Like you can have them stretch weak bars right there, and I'm just like, Kenny isn't a bad rapper. He's not a bad rapper, and sometimes I like his flow. He can sometimes fit in that Gunna range where it's like, he's doing the mumble like this. I'm doing a way like this. Like he sometimes, well, not sometimes. He's always in that if he's not doing his rap stuff. He does have this one rap rock song where it's like mostly like rap rock, like actually split in the middle, where he's like doing his loud yelling. It reminds me of X from back in the day, XXX Tentacion. It reminds me a bit of that when he was yelling and then he could get into regular rapping and get to yelling again.
Okay, I got you.
And so, you know, with Kenny Mason, if you've heard his earlier project this year, 9, this is more of the same, and that could be a good thing if you really love that project and you want more of that. And if he puts it together as an album, it's going to really sound a lot like the same, but this is literally all the same. The only grace that I give Kenny Mason with this is that he does what he does well, and he doesn't make it like full-on long projects. Like, they're like, what, 30? Like
Yeah,
20,
they'd be like
32
32 minutes or something like that.
And so it's not a lot of tracks, so it doesn't take up a lot of your time. But also, it's like sometimes it's like you could easily dissociate, or you could just easily turn your brain off and just like it could just be in the background type stuff. Like I said, I really like his rock stuff. That's what really draws me into it. He be really into his bag and that stuff. But yeah, Kenny Mason, Angel Eyes. I just hate that you put it out the middle of the week. I wish you would have put it out at the end. But also, maybe he knew that boy K-Dot was coming through.
Who knows? I'm mad that I ain't listened to it, man. I'm gonna check it out though, probably tomorrow.
But yeah, it's more of the same. Not bad, but it's like if you've heard 9 already earlier this year, you've heard this. Yeah. Just go to it for the rock songs. I'll say that. You'll know which ones are the rock songs because you'll know by the production. Next project I have, JELEEL, yeah, Xistence. This is not for me. This is
your first project from him?
No, I listened to all his albums or mixtapes or whatever. He only has like 2 or 3.
For you, B.
B. He only has like one fully length project, and the other was an EP. One was, I think, it had the song Hot Shot on there with it's like a chromed out face of his. The other was his album that he put out, or mixtape that he put out last year.
That man need to be on a football field.
He does. But yeah, this is like his second like actual album. It's called Xistence. He's definitely a baby of Cardi from the Whole Lotta Red era. He's definitely a baby of that. I think the problem is like he mixes that with like the dancehall tracks. Like he does the Caribbean tracks.
He been doing that?
Yeah, like he has a little bit of it here and there on like his other like projects, but he went full on this project, and I'm like, oh, this is not my jam. This is not what I like from JELEEL. And I'm not saying that JELEEL is like a master artist or anything like that. He has some songs I like here and there. He's very wishy-washy for me in terms of like, oh, I like this, I don't like this. Oh, I like this, but I don't like that. Yeah, for this right here, this was not it. He tries to get in that sexy Jamaican, Caribbean, you know.
The dancehall?
Yeah, and I'm like, no. Like, and you know, he's super
also, it's also African. What they call it?
I don't know.
Afro beats.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I always
he's
call it
Nigerian
dancehall.
too. So
You can see that. But yeah, this wasn't it. This wasn't it for me.
I'm good, B.
Yeah, would not recommend this. I gave this a 1 star because there was like maybe like 1 or 2 songs I liked. I really wanted to give it like, if I could give like a 25% of a star, I would. I could give a half star, but I was like, that's my boy JELEEL though. So I mean, 1.
The only cool thing he did when he jumped off stage and fell.
Fell.
Yeah.
I thought he jumped on the crowd.
Nah, that boy hurt himself.
No, that boy be flipping. I know that boy be flipping.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. You can do your next track.
Next project. I was just on a roll of like stuff that I'm just like, this is weird. This is different. This is interesting. Let me listen to this. I didn't know Juicy J and Pierre Bourne had a project together.
How long ago was that out?
I think it came out 2022. And honestly, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is a match made in heaven. Pierre Bourne production, Juicy J rapping. This could be fire. Juicy J is a legend.
Okay.
Pierre Bourne, he's making his way, kind of. B, they are both producing on this project, and they are both rapping on this project.
Nah.
B, this is one of the most tonally out of their projects ever, because this is Pierre coming into Juicy J's world. So you know the production is loud and booming. Juicy J is doing his regular thing. I'm tired of it because I've been jamming it since the blog era. Mm-hmm. Pierre Bourne's coming in here, and it's not a good mixture of the two, because Pierre Bourne, he comes in with this super melodic, chill flow that he usually does, and Juicy J is like super hype. And like I said, the production is more leaning towards Juicy J, even though Pierre has production credits. And B, this is one of the most formulaic projects, along with that Big X the Plug I listened to earlier this year, because the same formula. Juicy J raps first, Pierre raps second, end of the song. Obviously, there's a hook in there somewhere, but Juicy J always raps first. Pierre Bourne always has that second verse. It was like 30 minutes.
What made them do that?
B, I saw the cover, I'm like, oh, I didn't, because I was on Pierre, because I was looking at the Young Nudie thing, I'm like, I wonder if Pierre got any other producer like type things that he done with other people besides Shavo, because I love the Shavo project, I love Young Nudie, him and Young Nudie's projects. I'm like, and I love Pierre, Life of Pierre 4 and 5. I'm like, all right, let's see what he does. Juicy J, I'm like, all right, no, and Juicy J is a legend from the
Pierre
South.
needs some youth around him.
That, I think, I don't know what it is. Like, Pierre just gets into his zone sometimes where if it's not a Life of Pierre project and it's his project,
I'm good, bro.
yeah. But
I still got to listen to Juicy Jazz album. I heard of one song. I need to listen to the full thing.
I need to listen to it too. But I was going to listen to it, but that's how I saw the Pierre one too. So I was like, all right. Next project I have, Sade, Diamond Life.
Okay.
It was cool. I have nothing bad to say about it. But also, Sade, great vocally. Songs, they cool. It don't really like, whoa, to me. Yeah. I really liked our other project that I listened to earlier this year. I forgot the name of it. The one that has Cherish on there. I really like that project. But this one's cool. It's not bad. I had nothing disrespectful to say about this.
Sade, bro.
I know, but you know, when I do the silence, you know, the people might think, oh, he's about to say something disrespectful.
No.
I have nothing to say disrespectful. I'm just trying to find a way to say what I'm trying to say, but I also have nothing disrespectful to say. I just don't really have much to articulate about this. Sade to me is one of those perfect like mood setting music, but also it's perfect as background music. Not background music isn't as trash.
It's the quiet storm,
like,
man. Quiet storm.
Perfect analogy, B. I like that.
That's all it is.
But yeah, Diamond Life by Sade. I gave it a 3 out of 5 only because it's like, you know, it don't wow me, it don't grab me. It's still a good project. Yeah. Like, I would listen to this again. It's like not offensive. It's just that it's not something I'm just like, if I had to rank the Sade albums, I'm like, I wouldn't be able to.
I got a few of her joints on vinyl from my uncle collection from my 80s and stuff.
Where do you live again?
Come on, bro. I got a good amount of OG stuff, B.
And I only have like one more project, and we both kind of listened to it this week.
What was it?
Dom Sharp's.
I listened to Icarus, Story of Icarus.
Story of Icarus.
Okay.
That's my last project.
I did listen to that. I listened to that.
Yeah. And I don't know if you actually want to talk about
it in
the jamming section.
We can just talk about it. We can just talk about it.
Review.
We can talk about it in
the album review section. When we talk
like
about
go into it, like what else we heard.
Okay, then, yeah. But that's about it for what I've been jamming. That's about it for what he's been jamming.
Yeah.
Let us know what y'all been jamming down in the comment section down below.
Yes, sir.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.